That's the core of this passage. The guy that could see everyone else's faults, but couldn't see his own. The guy that goes to the altar and sees the tax collector who is sitting there beating his chest, just asking God for forgiveness because he's such a miserable, he realizes his sin is so great. And he's the guy that says, God, thank you that I'm not like him. That's what Jesus is denouncing here. Jesus is denouncing that heart, that perspective that is very quick to see what's wrong with everyone else, but is so unself-aware about what is wrong with themselves. You know, I found one of the easiest way to get someone to admit something about themselves is for you to first admit something about yourself. In the self-righteous. Now, I want you to step with me for a second because I'm going to try to make a cultural application here today. And I don't think the leap is too far, but I need you to go with me here for a second. So here Jesus is making it, we gotta just go. This is why, when it was all said and done, they were not able to acknowledge that Jesus Christ was the Messiah. They had gotten so far off into this past standard with their own will always tyrannize others by a morality of their own choosing. That's what they do. See, that's what the Pharisees were doing. They found the morality of their own choosing, then they turned that into a baseball bat, and they started hitting everybody with it. And then the rest of society looked at these guys and said, well, they must be somebody, and I'm a nobody, and they cowered away. And it wasn't until Jesus came around that they finally had the guts to stand up and call the Pharisees what they were and to follow the real master. See, Jesus liberated them from the tyranny of moral relativism. He liberated them so that they were no longer going to have anything with the Bible, but it is the religion of humanism, and it is the spirit of Antichrist, and it is a moral relativism that has been held up as a virtue and is being used to tyrannize those who will not kneel to it or will not wear their moniker. Morality is the same evil Jesus denounced in the Pharisees. See, those people would say, you see, judge not unless you be judged. Well, no, read that passage. Actually, that passage is denouncing what you're doing because you're going around finding all the motes in everyone else's eye, going and finding out. And because you won't wear a mask, therefore, you are morally inferior. And so we have put you down, and we're going to bludgeon you with that to submission and quietness, and don't say anything, and go hide over there. And yet, when you turn it around in our lives, listen, I don't know, what's the Vice President, Kathleen Harris? What's her name? Harris. What's her last name? Harris, okay. Politics or policy.